Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Chiney Ogwumike of the Los Angeles Sparks, ESPN. You guys might see me every here and there as an NBA analyst. Hope everyone is safe, practicing social distancing, washing your hands. Hi, Alex Merkel, 1234. Shout out to Kentucky BB basketball. What's good, everybody? Last time I was on here, I brought my friend Damian Lillard on. We had so much fun just talking about life. Yo, Zeester Meester '07. What's good, y'all? Yes, sir. Cook Up 52. I am a baller. I play for the LA Sparks. Sorry, that's my home phone. I didn't even know. But I'm going to bring another one of my friends on real quick. And she's a baller as well. What's good? Jake B. Alexander 30. Dame Dollar. Yeah, last time I was on, we talked to Dame. So I hope everyone is having a blessed day. I hope everyone's safe. And I hope everyone is washing their hands, doing good practices, taking care of one another. Thank you, Sean Dior. He said, you mad nice. I appreciate you. You want me to bring Braun on? Maybe the next time. But first and foremost, I hope everyone is just taking care of themselves. Again, I'm your girl, Chiney Ogwumike. You guys might see me on SportsCenter breaking down the NBA. You guys might see me on The Jump occasionally. What's up, Shimon.Ross? I play basketball. I play for the Los Angeles Sparks. And I'm about to bring my friend on. I think she's about to join us in the comments. Oh, yes, you can check me out on 2K. I'm on NBA 2K for the LA Sparks. And here is my friend. Yes. Oh, why does it say unable to join? Let me try again. Unable to join. What's happening here? Let me try it again. Let me add you. Why is she unable to join? I'm very sad. Unable to join. Girl, are you on private? What's happening here? What is happening here? Okay, let's see. I'm adding. Oh, there we go. Something's happening with her phone. All right, you guys, again, Chiney Ogwumike, the Los Angeles Sparks. Yes, there she is.
I was about to say, it's probably some setting that I just don't know about.
Right? Honestly, I felt so old trying to go live these days.
I have no idea. It's a lot of this for me.
I know. It's like our faces get so close up to the camera.
A lot of that.
Oh, man. Thanks for spending your day with us.
Yeah, no problem.
I know we have something else to do later. We got to hop on this call.
Yeah, we do. Find out our fate.
We do. Find out our fate. We're going to hop onto this WNBPA call. But you guys know who she is. Sue Bird, 3-time WNBA champion, out of UConn. You know what's playing in the background here? I don't know if you can see that. It's our Stanford UConn game. They're airing it now.
Oh, it's not. I know. All right. I'm glad they're playing women's basketball at all. UConn's taken all kinds of L's. Every time I put on ESPN and they're showing like a classic game, it's UConn taking an L.
Because like the streaks, I guess you can say, wasn't that the narrative? I think they blame us like UConn winning so much is boring.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was the narrative for a minute. I'm like, no, it's not.
What can you do? What can you do?
This was my favorite game ever. Y'all smoked us the other times. But I thought it was hilarious. Sue,
so wait, what year? Wait, you're in that. So what year are you in that? Is that you're a freshman?
I'm a freshman. I'm a baby.
That long ago?
Yo, I look so wild. First of all, I look so rough.
We all do our freshman year.
Like my weave was like all kind of crazy. Like I just look nuts. You know how I wear my shorts now? They're super super baggy.
They're baggy? I'm gonna have to put this on.
So my one job this game, this is when I think you guys had won like 90 games in a row or 89.
I remember watching.
Really long streaks. My job was to guard Maya. So like I was like
face guard.
Yeah, face guard.
Like first grade defense.
What was your glow up? Because I know you've had a hair evolution too.
Man. There's been, not much. I gotta say, it's like I tell people, I'm like, the one way to not look crazy when you're younger is just to keep the same hairstyle your whole life. You'll never look, you just always look the same. But my hair is naturally curly, so my glow up was for probably like 4 or 5 years. I would wear it straight. I got like the relaxer.
Yes.
Like the white version of the perm.
Like
is a Japanese straight. Yeah, for real. I got like a full-on relaxer, so my hair was straight for a couple of years. Like I did it a couple of years, and then I went back to curly, and that's it. There's your glow up. There it is.
You always got a classic look, Sue.
That's how you never look wild when you're
That's
younger.
True.
Now the outfits.
I knew that. The
outfits. The clothes are different. Those are wild. Those are wild.
What was your style like?
Man, I don't even know, because there was Ann Donovan, R.I.P. Ann Donovan. She was our coach in Seattle for, I don't even remember, five seasons. We weren't allowed to wear jeans when we traveled, and that was back when like you couldn't wear sweats either. You like had to wear your own clothes. Like now, if the whole team wears sweats, we can wear sweats.
Yeah, you're good.
And you weren't allowed to wear jeans. Oh, and the other thing was you weren't allowed to wear any kind of like sneaker.
Oh.
But then you also couldn't wear open toe shoes. So it was like, it's summertime. Yeah.
So what do you wear?
Man, exactly.
What do you wear?
I'm just going to say one word. That's actually, it's two words. Jean skirts.
Are there
just like skirts. Cause like, I'm not a khaki person. Like, what pants am I wearing if I'm not wearing jeans? You know what I mean?
You wore jean skirts? I wore jorts.
There was a lot of jean skirts.
I wore jorts to my first ever basketball practice.
First
ever. Like AAU. Like
no,
you were wearing Nike, other girls were wearing Adidas. Neck and I rolled in there wearing
were they like DoorDash
glasses,
or something?
A halter top. We were in Keds. Keds were our hoop shoes.
Keds are legit. I grew up on Keds. Keds are legit.
So how have you been? How have you been handling like the quarantine? I know everyone, you got a big family, you got some youngins there. Where are you right now?
I'm in Connecticut. That's where my sister lives. I have an apartment here. It's like right down the street from her and my two little nieces. We were doing a little home court app action. Yeah, I mean, like I'm lucky because like all my family is healthy and quarantined and doing okay. Both me and my sister had to yell at our parents, of course, early on, like, just stay home.
Stay home. It's like,
just
they want to stay home normally.
Home.
But like now they want to spread their wings and fly. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Talking about, no, it's for the older people. I'm like, you are old. You're over 70. Like, they're talking to you. So they weren't quite getting it. But yeah, so family and friends. I have some friends actually who tested positive. Some others that are showing symptoms. Yeah, but they're okay. Like it's nothing. So because I'm lucky, I can sit here and say like, I'm just chilling. This is like not that different from my normal life. And you know, for all of us that have played overseas, like everyone's always asking us like, oh, what's overseas like? What's it like? I'm like, you're actually living it right now. Quarantine life is overseas life.
Yes.
Seriously, like you just chill, you're binging on shows, you go to the grocery store, you might roll up, they might not have chicken. And you're like, okay, I'll just eat something else.
Or you don't even know, you can't even read.
Yeah, or you can't even read. Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm just like hanging out.
Good. Actually, I want to go back to overseas, but first, while you're chilling, what have you been watching? I have started Tiger King. And
you have to.
I don't know how I feel. Like,
you know how you feel? At this point, you have to watch it just so you can like participate in conversations, because it's like it's just that show right now. It's wild. I finished it like a week or so ago. Got a lot of opinions on it. It was wild. That's all I have to say. It's crazy. I don't want to give any spoilers. There's some wild storylines in that thing.
I know. Make sure you guys keep commenting. We want to know your thoughts on Tiger King. Also, any questions you have for the one and only, the GOAT, Sue Bird. Now, you talked about overseas life. I forgot who did the documentary. Was it ESPN? It probably was us. Where you talked about playing in Russia and how you went through a unique experience. Can you like do the Spark Notes version of what it was like playing in Russia and some of the crazy things that happened to you?
Yeah. So what you're talking about is it's a 30 for 30 podcast, and it's called The Spy Who Signed Us. It's myself and Dee are kind of the two, Diana Taurasi, we're kind of the two characters. So I won't give too many spoilers if you guys want to check out that podcast. It's a quick one. But yeah, we were basically, we played on a team that was owned by, his name is Shoptai, and he kind of was a colorful character, if you will. And we didn't really know, like we kind of knew about this like other side of him, which is like mafia ties and like different dealings in the Russian world. I mean, who the hell knows what goes on over there? So we just saw the basketball owner side. And so it's kind of some stories about what life was like for us living over there, playing for him. I'm trying to think like would be a good quick story. Like an example, and I think we tell this one on the podcast, but an example is, you know, it was like the final game of the season. We were all going home the next day, but we were in another city outside of Moscow. And so we had to like fly back to Moscow to then catch like all of our flights to like wherever, New York, LA, wherever you're going. And the way it worked out is the flight that would have taken off the night of the game was just like a little too late. Like we wouldn't have, I mean, I'm sorry, a little too early. Like we wouldn't have made it. Like the game was at 7, the flight was at 9, not gonna make it. He legit had a commercial flight moved back. Commercial. So the flight was no longer at 9, it was like at 11, and we all got to catch that flight after the game to make it back to Moscow. Oh yeah, I mean, who the hell knows who he called? But just stuff like different things like that. Like one time D got caught in customs, called Shabtai. Within like 30, 45 minutes, boom, she got a new visa. She was out. Like just like wild. And those are like the mild versions. Like there's some medium, then there's some hot. And there's like spicy ones.
Real spicy.
Yeah, those ones you're gonna have to like catch me out to hear me about those ones.
So Neka played in Russia for a little while, and you know, like I know we have these ideas of these places in our head, but she had a really good experience there. She was there for 5 years. I visited her 3 times out there, and I will never forget. This is probably like it's between mild and spicy.
Yeah.
So you know, like whenever you go overseas, it's like you're trying to figure out how you have your paychecks. Like how are they gonna pay you? Is it direct deposit? Like all that stuff. I remember there was a brown bag involved. It's like bam, money, brown bag. Neka just found it herself. And my whole family was like, we ain't gonna do
that. You're not trying to carry that much cash. No.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there would be stories where like, yeah, it would be like a big game. They would be like, you know, it's a big game. So this is actually the first team I played on did this. Like, oh, it's a big game. So, you know, if you win this one, we'll give you $5,000. I'm like, okay. So now you're out. So we used to call, this is actually D. Diana used to call those the rim games. She's like, I'm trying to get some new rims. I'm trying to get some new rims. Oh, I'm like, I'm not spending my $5K on new rims, but I feel you. I will support that
Honestly,
cause.
that's what made us motivated overseas. Like playing overseas, it was all about the bonus. It's like bonus basketball. Yeah. The bonuses were lit. It's so funny. I'm like looking, trying to see what the score is. It was a close game.
I mean, you know what happened. You know what happened.
I know what happened. I know. I was a baby. Speaking of your UConn days, I know everyone asks you all the time, like, tell me a Gino story, tell me a Diana story. How do you think it's like that experience compares to your experience professionally? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I mean, when you're in college, you're a kid. So there's like this element of like your coach are kind of like these parental figures. So like whatever they say, you know? And I feel like when you become a professional, you're on like more even ground. You can have like more conversations. So yeah, in college, like anytime you got yelled at or anything, you just kind of like had to take it. And Coach Ariema, I mean, he's tough. He's tough. It's like you're thankful for it when you're done, but in the moment, I mean, if you don't go back to your dorm room and like, you know, MF him left and right with your roommates, then like it's actually like ironic. You're like not being coached right. Like that's what I think he like wanted us to hate him because he was just so hard on us. But obviously it worked out and you learn from it. But yeah, I mean, I can't really think of any specific stories off the top, but it was tough. And that's like the biggest difference is, you know, college coaches, they're no joke.
Yeah. One thing I've learned about you UConn players is that I think all of that toughness, because we had our own version of toughness with Coach Tara, that toughness makes you rally together. And, you know, like you're all, you know, oh, they don't understand, so let's rally together and figure this out, right? Yeah. But I also noticed something about you UConn players. We talk, you know, we're in the WNBA. We go out after games. Y'all go hard.
You trying to get me in trouble? I already said this once on my own IG live, got me in trouble. Yeah, I mean, listen, if I had to say it simply, we know when to work, you know, and we do that hard, and we know when to play. And we do that hard. So we have a good balance. It's like, it's just something about our work ethic. It goes both ways, you know?
It goes both ways. You can't separate.
It goes both ways.
You can't separate. So obviously, you know, we're both on the WNBPA. And so we negotiated the CBA. That was a once in a lifetime experience. For some of you guys who are watching this video, the CBA is a collective bargaining agreement that we just agreed to with the WNBA. It sets the terms for the WNBA. And I know some of y'all in the comments right now want to talk shady about women's basketball.
I'm not even looking.
We ain't going nowhere, meaning, you know, I know this season we're dealing with coronavirus, and we all care about one another, and we want to handle that situation right. We want to be in a place where we can be safe and, you know, the fans can experience it. So the next season that we have, obviously we're building some really good momentum, but also, you know, dealing with the postponements is Olympics. And I don't want to put your age out there, Stu, but like you are the
I'm
best.
old.
You are the best at keeping your body on point. Meaning, I think if the next Olympics start, you already have 4 gold medals. You're going for the 5th, and then you might be like 40, shorty. You know what I mean, right? Like,
not might be. I will be.
You will be.
I know. This is the one thing about this Olympics being this year. I was like, this is perfect. My birthday's in October. I'll still be 39. I won't be having to hear this 40 talk, and then goddamn coronavirus.
Oh man. How do you feel? I mean, are you still you still feel fine with the postponement, and even our season, we're dealing with it? How would you evaluate the state of sports given what the situation we're in right now?
Yeah, well, for me personally, the truth is, like, I would never sit here and be like, I'm playing in the next Olympics. It's a year away. I would never sit here and even I'll talk about this summer because it's here. But even talking about next WNBA season, this is how I've been the last, 3-4 years. People always ask, like, oh, what do you see? And I'm always like, listen, I'm on a 1-year plan. I've been saying that for a couple of years. And the way I see it is, if I do what I need to do and work out and take care of myself and all that stuff, and I'm still able to play at a high level, and the season comes around, and here we are, you know, like, boom, I'm going to do it. Same with Olympics. So I'm just kind of like business as usual. And, you know, I mean, like, what people don't understand is there's steps. It's not like they pick the team today. You know, there's steps that have to be taken. And along the way, like, come October, come February, you're going to know if your game is on point. And so if my game's on point and I'm, you know, asked to be on the team, I would 100% do it. But till then, I'm just going to go business as usual and see what happens. I'm not even stressing. As far as sports, like, in general, I mean, I don't know. It's like, now that China, they were going to do that whole bubble method, and then that kind of they had to put that on pause. It is going to be interesting to see what happens. I do kind of think, I heard today Jay Will talking about cruise ships. I was kind of like, well, that sounds like a bad idea. Did you hear about that?
Wait. I missed that. I totally missed that. Yeah,
so he said basically, like, so the whole bubble idea is that you take the players, you put them in this little bubble, right? So some people have said, like, Las Vegas, like, put them on, like, NBA players, right? Like, put them in a hotel, let them play. Jay Will came out and he was like, what about a cruise ship? Because those cruise ships are ginormous. And then you could have family, friends, whoever wants to be.
True.
They just get tested, go on the cruise ship, and then you play all the games. I was like, well, that's kind of
that would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get stuck out there, though. Just takes one person.
And I don't want to say, like, if there's any choppy waters or anything.
I know, right? All the air balls, I'll be like, ooh, it must have been choppy.
Ooh, it was the water. It was a flotation. Yeah. You know, speaking of the Olympics, it's cool because, like, you've been a competitor for so long, you know, and then now you've met someone, Megan Rapinoe, that also has been a competitor for so long, but you sort of had to switch gears, not only playing, but then supporting. How has it been following Megan's journey with the U.S. Women's National Team? And that whole, like, I know it's like 0 to 100, like, they win the circle and you guys are together and, like, you guys have been the faces of women's sports. How has that journey been? And if you can remember a moment where, like, you're like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, well, it's been fun, you know, for me and Megan. It's like, it's good to have somebody who's kind of going through the same things. You can either talk about it, or if one person's not feeling working out that morning, you know, the other one's there to kind of nudge them along, and vice versa. So having that support is really cool. It's nice to go through that journey with somebody. And then, to watch her, it's fun. Like, first of all, Megan, like, loves games. She, like, can't wait for the game to start. She's always excited about it. So watching her is really easy because I know she's just out there, like, having, like, the time of her life. I do get a little nervous when she takes penalty kicks, and I'm not nervous for her. I'm just kind of like she's gonna miss, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. I can't imagine taking it. Like I can imagine shooting a free throw, and that actually helps calm me because I'm like, all right, if this were me shooting a free throw, like I do this every day. I take a billion of these a week, like I'm fine.
But it's
when
sort
you're
of like
watching
a free
somebody
throw
else
with
do
someone
it,
blocking.
no, I know. It's totally different. But yeah, when I watched her take those PKs in big moments, I'm like, oh my God, I hope this works out. But I mean, I think since we've been dating, she's like batting 1,000, so we're good.
Good. A great.
But but after the World Cup,
your streaks.
yeah. But yeah, after the World Cup, obviously, life for Megan, like it was totally different, and this wasn't necessarily like the one moment because immediately we knew, like immediately she knew, especially like this was going to be different. But we were in New York City. It was probably like, I don't know, let's call it like a week or so after the World Cup. And I met her in New York. She had like a bunch of media stuff to do. So I just met her. We were there for the weekend and we went to dinner with a bunch of friends. And so we're at like Nobu in New York City, which is like, a pretty popular restaurant. A lot of people are there. And we walk in, and the minute like one person saw her and then other people started to see her, the entire restaurant did like standing ovation just for her. She walked in and they were like, they got up. And this is in New York City. And New York City, usually people like don't give a crap about anybody.
Oh, this better than anyone.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Playing for the Liberty, I'm sure they know it too. You can get booed real quick, even by your hometown peeps. But anyways, so that was the moment where I was like, yo, you just got a standing ovation in a New York City restaurant. This is wild. So that was probably like the starting point of it all.
Okay, what about the hair though? Because I think you told me once that you like going into the World Cup, you're like, are you sure you want it
Are
to be
you
purple?
sure? Do you want this to be purple?
Explain
it was
the
actually
whole
pink.
process.
Pink was what she was going for, by the way. Like pink. I was like, you're gonna be pink-headed for like all the pictures, every like 30 years from now, every memory. And I was like, are you sure that's what you want? She was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. I was like, okay. And then as it like played out, it turned into this like pink-purple situation, which pretty much worked. I mean, she's still rocking it. Right now, it's quarantine life. It's a little suspect.
It's a little icy. It's a little icy now.
It's a little.
Who's
working
laughing?
on it.
Do you have an audience?
She's laughing. Yeah.
Wait,
my audience.
Get her over here.
You want to jump in? I'm
Get over
dying
here.
to join.
What up, girl? What's up? Yo, wait, can we see it? Or can we see it? Is it icy? Oh,
it's just like a little.
Yeah,
it's just like getting weird. It's getting weird. And
How
all these lives, like I have to like do it or like put it under this hat. I can't just like throw it back. It's a scene.
I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. You're wearing like actual clothes.
I know. I have a
She has a
live
thing
thing
later.
later, so I was like, I've worn my one white sweater.
We're
I've
running
worn
out
my
of
black
hoodies.
hoodie.
We're running out of hoodies.
Wait,
I don't have all my stuff here. We're like not at like our main
This isn't.
place.
I know it's gonna sound so bougie or whatever, but like this isn't like our main home, so it kind of has like exactly
I got like
what
one
we
bag
need.
of things.
Yeah, we don't have much here. We're kind of roughing it.
Hey, that's so funny. I feel you. I left LA with one suitcase.
Yeah. So where are you now?
I'm in Houston. I'm back home.
You're
in Houston.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right. You guys did your little videos.
You saw the TikTok?
Of course I saw.
Are you gonna join the TikTok world? It's my little sister.
The one thing we were just talking about today, I was like, so how does it work? I'm about to sound. I mean, listen, guys, I'm 39. I'm going on 40. I already discussed this. So just someone tell me how. Are you following a video?
So you can do it slow-mo, so it helps. And by the way, shout out to Nate Robinson. He said you're a beast too. Nate Robinson.
He's on. Yeah, Nate's my dog. What's up, Nate?
It's super slow-mo. My little sisters like pretty much do one a day, so they're like join in, and it's hard. Like
it's hard.
Average one, but once you learn it once, it's like easy.
You did it.
And then you can do it, but then it's like the process of learning it.
Okay.
I've only got 2 TikToks down. I don't know more.
I don't know. Maybe.
I feel you. So, speaking of Megan and you, Keep Sue Fresh is one of the coolest things I love seeing on Instagram.
Yeah.
So where do you feel like you stepped up your kick game? Do you have kicks present, or what's the deal?
I'm like, they're back in the closet. So Yeah, so the Keep Sue Fresh, that was like Kyrie totally surprised me with that, which was amazing. We hit it off like 2016 Olympics. So fast forward a couple years, he's basically told Nike like whatever Sue wants, like Kyrie wise, like his shoe, like make sure she gets all of them. So that obviously is amazing. So I've always got a good lineup of some Kyries. But yeah, the Keep Sue Fresh, she totally surprised me with. And then yeah, I mean, it was actually I was talking to Candace the other day on her podcast, and I was kind of explaining my story. I didn't really I'm not really, I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead. I just like sneakers. And I never throw them out. And she was like, oh, so the sneaker game, like you didn't find the sneaker game found you. And I was
You.
like, yes, exactly. Cause it wasn't like I was like standing on the lines trying to get, I was just like, oh, like I really like these. I need to keep them or whatever. So then all of a sudden, I don't know, one day, a couple of years ago, I woke up, I was in my storage, like cleaning stuff out. I was like, I got a lot of sneakers. And then by I don't know, the hand of God, he made sneakers like wearable with all kinds of outfits. You know? So now like you can actually dress up and rock a pair of sneakers. So it's like perfect for me. And that's where I've been able to kind of showcase my style a bit more. I got some, I'm trying to think what I have. Like these have become, I mean, nothing crazy. These have become my my outdoor shoes. Cause you can't wear your basketball shoes outside. So I've just dedicated this one pair as my outdoor shoe. So now anytime I go to the park, because I have two of them, I can mess these joints up and move on.
That's smart.
These are my outdoor pair.
You smart. Okay, that's cool. Because like a lot of people tend to think like WNBA players, we live our life in isolation. But really, we come into the game with classes. So like my class is like Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
Kyrie was in my McDonald's class. And
Dang.
Barnes was in mine. Like we had a pretty
solid.
We had a decent class.
Can I say something really bad? Or not bad, but like it's really gonna date me?
Yes.
Yo, they didn't have the McDonald's game for girls yet when I was coming out.
Oh, snap, girl.
I know. So I never got to like do that. Like have that experience. I know.
You know what's funny? You talked about Kyrie. So in my McDonald's game, I remember Kyrie, I don't know if he got MVP, but first of all, like a lot of people misunderstand him. Because he's so smart, but then he sort of does his own thing. And so we'd like playing video games, and then he'd be by himself. And then he'd be doing dances, and then he'd be with people. So like Kyrie did Kyrie, but in the game, I was like, oh snap, that boy like with the handle.
Yeah, no.
Who are some other guys that you've built relationships with in the league? Because like we all come in, we all watch each other from high school level, support each other, and then we kind of grow together.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I think back to my early years and like one of the first Olympics, because the Olympics is where you really get to spend time. It's not just like fleeting moments of like, hey, what's up? You actually get to spend like real time. So right away it was like LeBron, D Wade, and Melo. They were kind of the young bucks on the 2004 team. And then it was like me and Diana. We were the young bucks. So immediately we kind of clicked, hung out with them a lot that Olympics. And then kind of like as the years went, mostly again through the Olympics. So like now it's like Kyle Lowry is one of my favorite guys. Jimmy Butler, so much fun to hang out with. DeAndre Jordan, like some of these guys. And then if you date back again, like now Jason Kidd, who is someone we, would kick it with. Now he's a coach.
Oh, God.
So actually got to see him at All-Star, which was cool. I hadn't seen him in a long time. My all-time favorite player and someone who I still stay in touch with is Mike Bibby. Oh. And that actually started even when I was in college, because we're like about the same age.
She's like swole now.
I know. And he doesn't have his tattoos. It's crazy.
Clean.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think we're about the same age, but he he left after his freshman year. So he was a pro. I was still in college. And that's actually when we became friendly, like that far back. And like we still stay in touch. So yeah, he's one of my all-time faves for sure. Where's number 10? Team Dime. He's a Panthers born point guard.
I see the similarities.
Yeah, that's
before I let you go, girl, because I know you got so many you got so many things to do, like in these times.
Yeah, so busy. So busy.
What about Kobe? Kobe has had a tremendous impact, not just on the NBA, but the women's game. We all experienced that, through his memorial. Is there something you can share about Kobe Bryant? And I know you've gotten to know a lot of people. I think you said 2004. Was that like Athens?
Yeah,
That was Athens?
I know. Kobe wasn't even there, actually. I mean, I'm sure he would have made the team. Don't get me wrong, but he, I don't, for whatever reason, he didn't come onto the Olympics till 2008, which is the first time I ever met him. The first time I ever hung out with him. Yeah, I mean, like a quick Kobe story about that time was you could tell right away. So 2008 Olympics was right after he and the Lakers got beat by the Celtics. So that was like, he was like fresh off of that, and it was like you could tell. And so one night we were just like playing cards, hanging out, drinking some wine, just kicking it, you know. And he like saw this newspaper, and he saw a picture. It was like something about the Lakers series and blah, blah, blah. And it was a picture of Paul Pierce like celebrating. And he literally like, he didn't say a word. He didn't say anything, but we saw him like take the paper. He started cutting out the Paul Pierce picture. He like folded it up and he put it in his pocket. And he was like, motivation. And we were like, oh, it never stops with him. You could just tell, you know, like the like it never stopped. But I mean, obviously for, you know, now fast forward, you know, obviously, sadly, both he and Gigi are no longer with us. But I think what you saw in his relationship with his daughter is, you know, women's basketball and men's basketball, a lot of people like to compare us. But when it comes to like just we're athletes trying to grind, trying to be the best we can be, trying to be great, trying to be professionals, like there's no difference between these athletes. And I think what Kobe saw in his daughter was that. He probably saw himself like, hey, I was once, you know, a young kid just like having dreams. And that's what Gigi was, a young girl having these dreams. But then when you look at like the destination, if you will, for men, it's like a clear path on what you have to do. And then you get to be a pro and everything. For women, it's a little different. And I think what Kobe saw was, wait a minute, they're not that different. And I want my daughter to have the same exact opportunities that I had. And I think that's partly why, this is like my interpretation, like partly why he really was starting to invest in women's basketball, in girls basketball. So yeah, everybody was impacted by him in some way, shape, or form. And of course, rest in peace to both of them.
Beautiful, Sue. Couldn't have said it any better. Appreciate you, my dog.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
For joining. Give me more TV show recommendations.
I'll
let you know.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'll let you know how I finished Tiger King.
All right. Go to Ozark next. That just came back out.
I've done Ozark.
Okay. My bad.
I'll hit you on the Union Paul in a little bit.
Yeah. I'll see you a little bit.
Dude, Mag, thank you so much.
See you guys later.
Later. Hey, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed our quick little conversation with Sue Bird. She is a legend. She really is a legend. She's being humble. She's being honest. She could keep playing forever. She's like LeBron, you know, like that. So I was reading the comments, and I'm going to check with my producers, because if Nate is still on, I'll bring him on if they give me the green light. So I'm hitting up producer Kayla, and I'm going to see if we can bring Nate on as well. So let's see what my producer says. But Sue is like, I mean, obviously an idol. Like, I came into the league in 2014, and she's been balling ever since. She's always been that same person, gives you the blueprint, gives you every piece of advice. She's always been that amazing legend that has helped pave the way for so many people like me on the Los Angeles Sparks. So let's see. All right, let's see if Nate, make sure y'all find Nate in the comments, because I'll bring him on right now.